Hey y'all, it's Renee from Zone 9V Panhandle, Florida region. Welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you video of us putting together the Arbor, and that was a lot of fun to do with my family and my husband. But the reason why I'm filming almost in the dark is because I got something in the mail today, and as you can see, it comes in a little box like this, and you're gonna see what's inside of it right now. And I have a bag full of ladybugs. When you first take these out, you're gonna think you have a bag full of dead bugs, but really you don't. They are definitely stimulated by light. So if you release them during the day, they're probably just gonna fly off everywhere. But what I do is I will first lightly mist the areas with some water where I'm gonna put them. And if there's really an area that I wanna put them in, I'm gonna put some sugar water and honey around where I'm gonna let them go, and that'll give them some food, and hopefully they'll hang around at least for a couple of days and take care of any aphids. But for me, I don't really have aphid issues, and I haven't for years. My issue is scale, and that's something I think a lot of Floridians can deal with, because scale loves to get on our really thick bladed things like palms, magnolias, lilies, irises, anything with that really thick kind of leaf. Scale just goes to town for me. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and mist a few areas in my yard, and then put this at the base of my magnolia tree where the scale's always the worst. And then I'm gonna release them. All right, so this is what we wound up doing. In the ground, there's a U-shaped bracket that goes about 18 inches down and is supposed to stick up about 5 inches. And we did our screws to the inside. So there's the flat part, or the bottom part of the U, if you can think of it, or a letter C backwards. We're going to screw into that bracket through the PVC material, and that should secure it. We went ahead and instead of using the sand, which was our aggregate soil, we got paver base, and I think that's going to hold it better without it necessarily being permanent. The idea being that if there is a big storm, we would be able to maybe pull it off and lay it flat, and maybe it won't blow away. I may wind up anchoring it to the fence with zip ties too. That's another option. Our next step is going to be putting in a gate in between it using this vinyl PVC material, and then I have to fill up this with more privacy fence. But then that would be it, and we would be calling it complete. I can't wait to move on to that next step. All right, y'all, all those ladybugs are flying free. This is the one time that I don't mind sharing with my neighbors, so even if the ladybugs don't find enough to eat in my yard, I know that they are going to be finding stuff in my neighbor's yard that might be making its way, or trying to my yard. So it's hopefully going to take care of that. The live rate on this particular batch was outstanding. I'll try to put an image or a link in my description that tells you about them. I got them on Amazon, and they were spectacular this year. I don't always do ladybugs every year, but I had to save, or I tried to save a couple of citrus trees that I had, and they were infested with this like cotton scale. And if you've never seen that, they are like big white little buggies. And normally I don't like using poisons, but I even tried to use poisons and it couldn't even eradicate them. Listen, things like neem oil, in my experience, that does not kill scale, all right? What kills scale? Physically removing it, and ladybugs. That has been my experience. And you know, anytime I can avoid using poisons too is a win for me in my book. And I don't mind releasing some ladybugs, although my daughter's afraid of them. She's right about how houses sometimes get infested. I've just never had that experience, and I've released them many times in my yard. You always release them close to the base. If you can't give them some good energy drink, then at least try to spray down your area so they can get a drink of water. They've been in transit for a couple of days. They give some good information too in the little box. So they say you can store ladybugs in 34 to 45 degrees in the refrigerator, but you can't freeze them. You can keep them from up to 2 weeks and then release them. Again, you want to avoid direct sunlight, so you want to wait for a good overcast day, or after the sun has set. And yeah, you know, hopefully they're going to take care of any problems before they become a real problem. But yeah, looking forward to that. Anyway, I hope y'all are able to make something beautiful in your world today. And until the next one, bye y'all.